touch on quickly a right of reply, where a Northern Ethnic Nationality Forum is urging President Bola Tinubu to drop Vice President Shettima, warning against a repeat of the Muslim ticket. Tonight, we'll be getting a response from the National Secretary of the Forum of APC Chairman, is the chairman of the APC in Cross River State, Mr. Alphonsus Oga Eba, who is live for us virtually. Thank you so much, Alphonsus, for joining us tonight. What do you think is going on? These people who are asking that President Tinubu should not go the way of 2023.
Thank you very much. It's my great pleasure to be with you. I am a political evangelist, so please permit me the luxury of starting my response on ecclesiastic contour in the book of Matthew, chapter 7, verses 21, which clearly says that a lot of persons will come preaching in my name that they are messiahs and to deceive people. Do not fall for them. Again, in the book of Matthew 24, verses 5, it is not everybody who says, Lord, Lord, I shall make the kingdom of heaven. A few days ago, I watched a young man in your program talking about ethnic nationalities, advising Mr. President not to go the way of the North and Muslim ticket. I think for everybody who is a good student of political history, you would have known that in 1993, there was a Muslim, the late MKO Abiola GCFR, that ran with Ambassador Babagana Kingibe, a Kanuri Muslim. It took us 30 years to understand that that was one election in this country that was widely acceptable by all Nigerians across ethnic and religious divides. That was Tag Hope 93. Because of the wisdom of President Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, 30 years after, he came with what is called a renewed hope, because the hopes of Nigerians were died by that annulment. And a Yoruba Muslim, again in person of Asiwaju, returned back to the same Borno state, pick another Kanuri Muslim, whose choice was based on his capacity, on his competence, on his capability, on his level of religious tolerance. In case you don't know who Senator Kashim Shettima is, this is a man whose chief security officer is an Igbo man, a Christian. This is a man whose head of media, Mr. Stanley Porter, is an Igbo man, a Christian from Imo State, and a lot of domestic staff in the office of the vice president. But beyond this, what are we talking about? Nobody in APC should rise the political temperature. The choice of who Mr. President will run with in 2027 as his running mate is his sole decision. But again, who is President Asiwaju Bola Tinubu? That is a man whose political wisdom is beyond the ordinary. When he emerged, he had a placeholder, a person of Alhaji Masari. He took his time to consult widely. That was why the choice of Senator Kashim Shettima came up.
But Mr. Alphonsus, when the guest was speaking, just a moment, when the guest was speaking on the program, he made reference to the fear of what could happen, the permutation of what could happen in 2027, and as such that Christians in the country, in northern part of the country, might feel left out. And the template used in 2023 should not be the same template. Are you worried that what worked in 2023 might not work in 2027?
Cannot be worried. Perhaps he's not a critical stakeholder and player in the field. The Sudan as chairman of APC in Cross River State, a member of the National Executive Committee of APC, and I can tell you for free what we were confronted with. You remember the Yes Daddy video? It was being described as a religious war. We were able to torpedo that kind of alliance that had to do with the entire religious bodies coming again to fight against the choice of a Muslim movement. It is because Nigerians were not looking at issue of religion. Nigerians were looking at man whom they believe to salvage this country. Today, 2 years on the line, I want to ask this question. Has any patient discriminated by the Asiwaju Kashim Shettima's ticket? Let's say that the Christians are benefiting more in this government, and the analysis is very clear. It is because
give me a moment, Mr.
Oga
Eba. Give me a moment. I need to go on another break. We'll come back and conclude on this conversation. We'll be right back, everyone. Thank you so much, everyone. Mr. Alphonsus Oga Eba, the chairman of Cross River State APC and the national secretary of the Forum of APC chairman, has been giving a right of reply to what the Northern group is saying about Muslim ticket. So, and one of the conversation, Mr. Oga Eba, that my guest on the day said, look, there are states like Taraba, Benue, Nasarawa, Kwara, Kogi, even parts of Borno, that those Christians in those areas will feel left out. And the fact that whatever the opposition do will also affect. There are a lot of people who are unhappy with the same faith ticket may not be able to stomach it in 2027. What do you make of that?
I think that does not hold water. And let me take the case of Benue, for instance, where we had a reverend father, a Christian, that was on the ticket for governorship. The people of Benue State understood clearly, and it was all about development and a leader they can trust. They voted for President Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Senator Kashim Shettima, not even minding that they were Muslim. And in the final election, they came back to vote a Christian. This to mean that we have grown beyond the ordinary issue of religious division. What actually swelled some of those conversations were the position the churches are taking. But today, like I have said, the Christian population themselves very, very happy with Mr. President and Senator Kashim Shettima. That's why I have challenged. Give me one instance, both President Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Senator Kashim Shettima discriminated against any one Christian.
Where is this wrong coming from? Alphonsus, where is this coming from? Where is this agitation? There's something wrong in your party at the very top.
In this era, that is why I started by quoting the Bible. I started by quoting the book of Matthew 7:21. It is like the period of end time. A lot of people will come deceiving people. This is a period of political merchandising. And a lot of persons want to get involved. But we are cautioning. Nobody should distract Mr. President. Allow the president to remain focused. I was in the neck of APC on the 24th of last month. I saw the kind words that Mr. President used on Senator Kashim Shettima. Senator Kashim Shettima has no sleep. He's been going around the whole of this country and delivering from Mr. President. We must commend his maturity and his media team.
All right.
Because they have refused
Alphonsus,
even in face of all this annoying agitations,
Mr. Alphonsus,
attention by some of these elements.
Mr. Alphonsus Oga Eba, the secretary of the APC Forum of Chairmen, thanks so much indeed for your reply and time on the program tonight.